We're used to the internet opening in just a couple of clicks. Browser, address, and the site appears. But there's a part of the web you can't reach through familiar means. Why is a regular browser powerless against dark websites, and what was the dark side of the old internet? The internet we use every day is called the surface web. When you type a website address into your browser, like youtube.com or wikipedia.org, the browser sends a request to the DNS, domain name system. DNS is like the internet's phone book. It matches human-readable site names to the IP addresses of the servers where those sites live. After that, your computer connects directly to the server and you gain access to the site. But darknet sites work differently. They use special domain names ending in .onion, which aren't registered in the regular DNS system. So if you type such an address into Chrome or Safari, your browser simply won't know where to go. In the normal internet, that domain doesn't exist. Why is it like this? Because the darknet runs on a technology called onion routing, or Tor, the onion router. It was designed to hide users' identities and protect their data from tracking. Imagine your request to a website is a letter you want to send. On the surface web, you just write the recipient's address and the letter goes directly. In Tor, it's different. Your request is wrapped in multiple layers of encryption, like an onion, and sent through a chain of randomly chosen servers, nodes. Each node knows only two things: where the signal came from and where to send it next. But it doesn't know the full path and can't see the exact message you sent. By the time your request reaches its destination, it's impossible to link it back to you. This system ensures anonymity, but requires special tools. A regular browser can't build such routes and can't access .onion addresses. That's why you need the Tor browser, a program that connects to the Tor network by default and automatically encrypts your requests. It's important to understand that not all sites on Tor are dark or criminal. For example, Facebook has an official .onion address. Even the CIA runs a darknet site so foreign informants can safely pass on data. But there are also illegal marketplaces for drugs, weapons, and more. An interesting fact: Tor was originally developed with support from the US government. The goal was to protect agents and activists in heavily censored countries. But if only spies used the system, they'd be easy to spot. So Tor was made public, allowing millions of random users to create noise that masks intelligence operations. That's why darknet sites can't be opened through a regular browser. They don't exist in the traditional internet and require a special anonymous network supported by Tor. Only through it can you reach servers hidden from the open web. Now let's move on to the dark sides of the internet and the dangers that really happened in real life. 1. I Love You virus, 2000. On May 6, 2000, millions of people opened an email with the subject "I love you." Inside was an attachment. People thought it was a love confession. But once opened, the virus began destroying documents, photos, and messages. It then spread further like a digital parasite. Over 50 million infected computers, millions of memories lost, all hidden in a message that was supposed to speak of love. 2. Rotten.com, mid-90s, 2000s. You're searching for funny pictures, you type funny photos, and accidentally land on Rotten.com. Instead of laughter, images of accidents, mutilated bodies, death, Rotten was a true portal to a digital morgue. The scariest part? There were no filters back then. You could stumble upon it as a child by accident and never forget what you saw. 3. Goatsy.cx, 1999. Goatsy, a word old internet users still know. You click a link, expecting a joke. The page opens and the image stays burned in memory forever. Not a virus of code, but of the mind. A nightmare meme you can't escape. You never know who will send you that link again. 4. Heaven's Gate, 1997. The internet became a tool for many cults. One of the most infamous was Heaven's Gate. Their site still lives, a digital mausoleum. In 1997, 39 members took their lives, believing their souls would board a ship behind the Hale-Bopp comet. The internet was their voice. Even now, visiting their site feels cold, like hearing echoes of those who left life for a promised utopia. 5. Death forums in Japan, 2004. In early 2000s Japan, anonymous forums appeared. People tired of life sought partners to die with. In 2004, 4 strangers met on such a site. They sat in a car, turned on carbon monoxide and left together. This began a wave of similar cases. The internet could connect or drag you into the abyss. 6. The Polybius legend, 80s to 90s. Among 90s gamers, a legend spread. In Oregon stood an arcade cabinet, Polybius. Players spoke of nightmares, hallucinations, memory loss, and of men in black recording data, then removing the machine weeks later. No proof exists, but the story survived decades. Many still believe Polybius was real, not a game, but an experiment. 7. Trap Files 2000s. Pirate sites were everything, music, films, games. But sometimes, instead of a movie, you opened something else. Recordings of torture, killings, shock content. Some say accident, others say intentional gifts. Imagine wanting a film, but seeing what no one should. The old internet was a world of freedom, but freedom always carried darkness. You never knew what awaited at the next click. Even now, decades later, the ghosts of the old internet still wander the web. The internet remembers everything.